So I'm here with Redski, and that is the intro. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Uh, I'm alright. Probably could have done with a bit more sleep, but outside of that, I'm good. How are you doing?
Kind of the same. I mean, don't we all need more sleep? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just chilling.
Uh, that's good. How's college going?
It's going pretty well. Just a lot of work. I had a video that I was planning on making, and it's still early in the works. I know people have been asking about it and stuff, but yeah, college is kind of getting busy for me right now. So
Is that the Elder Scrolls video?
yes,
Yeah. I'm.
so it'll be a nice little lull from the exposed video.
Yeah. I was. I was going through your or the videos you have up, and there's there's quite a few, I suppose, commentary style videos.
Mm-hmm.
The first video that's publicly available, I don't know if you privated any or anything, but it was a video about Shane Dawson.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that was long time ago. I'm pretty sure that was one of my first videos. I deleted some older ones just because the audio was, like, really bad, and there wasn't really anything worth including in there, so, yeah.
Yeah, I know how that feels. My first channel, which there's remnants of around that I mention every now and then, was called Alaska. Uh,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I deleted the majority of that, and unfortunately, I didn't have backup of most of it. But I still have some of it, and I have an archive channel, so every now and then I upload a video from that channel because I know that some people are curious. I mean, there's nothing bad there. I started by making Minecraft videos, so
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's cool.
yeah. But what I was using was so bad that it lagged, so I would what I do is I could record the screen without recording myself. So I'd record the screen and then do voiceover afterwards.
That's kind of how I kind of started doing that, but then, like, I don't know, just gameplay commentary just felt very standard, and I
Yeah,
wanted to try something a little different, a little more challenging, 'cause I I like the editing process. It takes a while, but it's worth it.
yeah. I only really got into commentary this year, I think. I don't know how far back you've gone into my catalogue or whatever, but well, I mean, there's a lot if you depending on what you want to include. But basically, this year I decided that I'd try and do commentary videos because I myself often criticize commentary channels. And I wanted to kind of see what it was like from their perspective, see how difficult it was, and kind of put myself in those shoes. And it's been really interesting.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, and I've found decent success, I think, within it. So that's been nice, and I've been expanding my
Well,
horizons.
there's also just, like, a lot to talk. It adds more to the topics that you can talk about too
Yeah,
when you're doing stuff like that.
yeah.
That's interesting, though.
I like to try. Well, at least these days, I try to make everything kind of a subsection of something else. So, like, if for example, I know that you make creepshow art videos, but if if I was talking about creepshow art and she mentioned another YouTuber, then I felt like I could then kind of make videos about them as well, and kind of like a snowball in a way, if that made sense.
Do you mean, like, just, like, looking into, like, what kinda content they make, or just
I'm trying to think of an example. So basically, if I make a video and they were in a controversy with someone, I can't really think of an example at the moment, but if they were in a controversy with someone, then I feel like I could then explore the person that they were in a controversy with in a separate video as well.
Oh, yeah, so kind of just, like, checking up on what kind of, I guess, shady stuff that they do.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's kind
Yeah.
of, yeah, rather than kind of trying to, I guess, find my way in finding stuff just like out in the wild, it's kind of like, well, then this person gets on your radar. So then you can look into them and see if they've done anything that is worth talking about. And kind of it expands things a bit.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Kinda like what I did with Repzilla, because like, I didn't really know who he was until the Chris Hansen stuff kind of happened,
Yeah.
and I literally didn't know anything about him, so I was just like, "Oh, he has some reasonable takes about Chris Hansen or whatever." So I kinda just, like, paid attention to his channel, and then I found out all this stuff and, you know, kinda like what you were saying.
Yeah.
I guess that's the best example that I can think of.
Yeah. Something that I used to mention a fair bit. I was gonna send you a photo of it. Is that I I have his first ever merch drop, which was socks.
Oh,
I still have
I
them.
did not know that.
Yeah, they're hanging up in my room.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I did like financially support him, I suppose. I mean, I haven't really put out merch, so it's not really fair to
Yeah.
say it was one side or anything. But yeah, I don't know why I haven't burnt them, but just kind of is, I guess.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Do you want to talk a little bit about what you posted about on Twitter that we were talking about before we jumped on?
Um, yeah, are you talking about my quote tweet for the Pastel Bell stuff?
Yeah, yeah, just that that
Yeah,
thing.
so I mean, just for context, Repzilla responded to Pastel Bell, who was trying to defend her terrible takes on Eugene Cooney, and he basically, because he makes a lot of videos on Eugene Cooney too,
Yeah,
and he decides to try and shift the goalpost to Eugenia Cooney's anorexic to Eugenia Cooney's a terrible person because of her Discord server.
yeah,
And so, like, I saw that and I instantly thought of his Discord server because, believe it or not, I actually had gotten messages from former fans of his after my video dropped, basically kind of talking about their experiences in his Discord server.
yeah.
Um, and needless to say, it doesn't sound like a very pleasant place. I do know that I think Primink, I know you probably talked about it, but Primink did too about like his Discord server had like some weird issues with the moderation or whatever.
Uh, I'm not sure. I know that I got kicked out of there without warning because people were uncomfortable with me being in there, even though I was being civil. Um,
Well, they're just uncomfortable because anybody who criticizes Repzilla is a bad person. That's
yeah,
just yeah, but um so I just took the segment from my Repzilla video talking about the Eugene Cooney stuff, and I quote tweeted him, and I was just like, just so everybody knows, like, this is really what he thinks about Eugene Cooney. He doesn't actually give a shit about her.
yeah. Um,
But yeah,
that started because of the Willie Mack Show's video, which I have seen.
yes,
It,
it's a good video. I
it
like it.
is, yeah,
Um, it I think it's definitely a topic that doesn't get a lot of attention. Like when you think of Eugenia Cooney, you think about like all the T channel videos that are made on her. But you
yeah,
never think about like the other side of the story because it's been swamped down so much by the one-sidedness of channels like Pastel Bell and Repzilla and stuff like that.
yeah,
And so it was an interesting video to watch and just kind of get another perspective on like another person's thoughts on how the parents were, just kind of like calling people out on their shit for spreading misinformation.
yeah. I thought a while about making a video about Pastel Bell or Belle Aubrey as she's now known. I'm not sure why she changed her name, but
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
she changed it a few months ago. But I tried looking into it, but I didn't know where to start, and I feel like if I were to try and kind of come at it from the angle that Willie came from, that it would have been difficult because it's kind of tricky to kind of get all those angles given what's kind of available, because it's a bit difficult to, I think, find. Well, in my research, it's a bit difficult to find things that counter what they say and make a.
Well, yeah, because it's just well, the thing that what they say is it's all based off of speculation. There's no fact to prove either side of the argument, really.
Yeah,
Like, Willie really just he had to dig and get as much information as he could,
yeah,
albeit what he said was factual, or what I would like to believe is factual.
yeah,
Um, but it's literally it's like both sides. Like, the Eugenia Cooney side for the T channels, it's all speculation. There's barely anything there.
yeah.
And it's really frustrating to see how they go with this rhetoric that she needs to be taken off the internet and basically having her platform taken away from her and then handed back to her when the internet deems her like well
Okay,
again,
yeah,
which really that's just kind of messed up.
yeah. I mean, it's like one of the. I was gonna say it's one of the few things that makes her happy, but it would be like her pride and joy, I'd say.
And it's her income. Like, she makes
Oh
money
yeah,
off of
true.
it, so
Yeah,
they'd be depriving her of a job.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just I think I was really glad he made the video because it's just like finally people are willing to like see the other side of the argument, and finally there was a person who had like a big enough platform to kind of push that side of the story out there because we've been like I said before, we've been getting just one whole side of the story.
yeah. I found the Jacqueline Glenn part of that pretty interesting about the 5150 stuff.
I actually didn't know how bad that was. Like, at first when I knew that she had the 5150, I thought it I thought it was a good thing or whatever.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that Jacqueline Glenn hadn't like expressed concern to Eugenia until that point,
yeah,
which is extremely interesting because it's like that changes my thoughts on things a lot because at first I thought Jacqueline Glenn, and again, Willie says this in his video, and I do agree with this, like she obviously was coming from a place of genuine concern,
yeah,
but the way she handled it, um, and the way she was telling the whole situation after the Shane Dawson video, I didn't realize that it was she just withheld information from the mom um and like rewatching that video with the perspective that Willie Mack kind of provides, it's really it feels a little manipulative. Like, I'm not going to say it is manipulative, but it kind of comes off that way with some of the way she words things.
yeah.
Hmm.
It's difficult with a lot of stuff from, I guess, T channels and stuff, is that you can't you can't really fight things that don't have sources.
Yeah, and well, the unfortunate thing that I've seen with them is they tell themselves and they tell their audience the same thing over and over again, like the misinformation or whatever,
Yeah,
so much to the point where they don't even need a source to back it up because they believe it's true.
yeah,
And the people that matter to them are their audience more than anything because they don't care if other outside people come in. They just want to make sure they retain their audience. So if
yeah,
their audience like blindly believes what they say, they're not going to care about not having sources.
yeah, yeah. True. I wrote down a few notes.
Yeah.
As I said I would. So, don't know if I'm allowed to ask this. Is your name Alex?
Yes.
Hence the
Yes.
Twitter handle. Yep.
Yeah.
Was Redski not available as a Twitter handle?
Um I think that was my Twitter handle way before I even decided to change up my public profile.
Ah, okay.
I do believe my public profile on Twitter was my actual name and face.
Oh, okay.
And then when I started doing YouTube, I decided to just kind of completely I wouldn't say, like,
Rebrand.
rebrand,
Oh,
but it
okay.
was just kinda like I got rid of everything and kinda, like, rebuilt what was left.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
I never had a. Actually, sorry. I was gonna say I never had a Twitter that was me. I did. I did at one stage, maybe
Mhm.
like 2014 or something. I don't even know what the username is. I did have a Twitter for a Facebook page at one stage, which is now been deleted because there was like
Yeah.
something like. Because I was part of the Facebook page community in like 2015, I think.
No, really, that's a lot more recent than I thought.
Maybe it started in like. I think it was probably like 2013 to 2015, I think.
Mm.
And the page had like 10,000 people. Um, and there was like probably 10,000 posts on there or something. And a bit like with Repzilla with the auto posting to Facebook thing, to Twitter, sorry. Uh, all of those were auto posted to Twitter via the Twitter account that had like pretty well the same name and was kind of for it to kind of get like cross traffic, I suppose. Um,
Yeah.
and I think last year or something, I remembered to log in for that and deleted it because I don't know how I could go through like 10,000 posts and make sure that they're all
Yeah, you probably wouldn't be
appropriate.
able to do that at all, like,
Yeah.
jeez.
Uh, the page still exists on Facebook though. I'm not going to share its name for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Uh, I did my best to monitor it and stuff. I I have a hard drive with stuff on it, and I have like I think I have nearly every meme I ever posted on that page on a hard drive.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and some of them it's just like I mean they're funny, but they would definitely like really of the time, you know.
They'd get you they get you canceled, as they say these days.
I don't think there's anything that bad. Um,
Well, everything gets blown out of proportion these days,
yeah,
so
yeah,
yeah.
definitely try to kind of look back on that stuff since I started doing YouTube and stuff. My other notes were I kind of mentioned it just before. I think. Did you have another YouTube channel before Redski?
I didn't.
Oh,
This is
okay,
my first one, yeah.
okay, interesting. Where does the name come from?
Um, I'd prefer not to say just
Okay.
because it involves private
Oh,
information.
okay. Yep. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Yep, that's alright. I'll just like it's your favorite color and your favorite sport. You like skiing and you like red.
Yeah, yeah, we
That.
can I don't ski, though.
Oh well,
Yeah.
I've never seen snow, so
Oh, that's right. Australia doesn't get that.
I mean we do in certain places, but yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah. Uh, we have like we have places where you can go and like snowboard and stuff, but
Mm,
generally, yeah,
I mean, most mountains do have snow, so it makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. Do you know the origin behind my name?
No, I don't think I do.
Okay.
Marsii?
Yes. So,
Okay.
uh, it's a shortening of Martanix in Cargo, which was a name that I used at one stage. I
Oh.
as mentioned in your video, I think, because Rep credited me as Martanix in Cargo. Uh, like he replaced that when he credited me with my real name.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's a shortening of that. But Martanix in Cargo was a combination of the names Marsargo and Titan Sinclair.
That's interesting. I really didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And the
Well,
reason
that's cool.
Yeah. And the reason why it has two eyes instead of one is because Marsii with one eye wasn't really available on social media. So
I like the Marsii with the 2 eyes. I think that it looks cooler.
Yeah. Although there's a musician with the same name, unfortunately. So if you search Marsii,
Oh.
uh, yeah, yeah,
Whoops.
but I think she started before. Oh, sorry, after me. So yeah, I have I have thought about contacting her, but there isn't much point really.
Mhm.
I think she's European or something. So
Uh,
yeah, I did have other notes as well. You had a podcast that you started called "Getting Banned from Twitch."
oh, yeah. I
Were you banned from Twitch?
um, yes, but not on the account I was streaming from, surprisingly.
Oh,
It
you were
was my
streaming.
personal account,
Oh, okay.
and the funny thing is I never stream from my personal account. I basically use it to just, like, watch streams and stuff.
Yeah,
And so, like, for some reason, like, one day I, like, get on my Twitch, and I was logged out, and I was like I hadn't used it in a long time, so I was like, "Oh, it must have just kicked me out or whatever." So I go to sign in, and it basically says that my account was, like, terminated or whatever. I'm like I was confused because it didn't make any sense because I didn't do anything on there.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, it was just kinda funny. The idea started when Twitch started kinda making these really terrible rules.
yeah,
I don't know if I'm gonna continue doing it. I might if I feel like it, but I've just got like so much other stuff happening right now that I haven't really had time to just kind of think of sitting down and doing something like that.
yeah. I use Twitch as a viewer. Um, I I did it for a video. I tried to introduce streamers to Mars Argo back before the whole DMCA sorry
Oh
thing.
yeah.
So I did that, and I've been using the name that I use for that, which is not associated with Marsii or anything. It's completely different. But
Yeah.
the reason for that was because I didn't want to go into chats and say, "Hey, can you listen to this?" and it kind of feel like self promotion.
Oh, I totally understand that. I mean, I see people do that in the YouTube comments all the time on certain videos where they'll plug their YouTube stuff, and I don't know, it does feel a little disrespectful to do.
Yeah. So yeah, and also I want to be there as a viewer. You know, I don't want
You
people
just
to.
want to enjoy the show, you don't want to intrude.
Yeah, and I also don't want people to kind of like be like, "Oh, that's Marsii. He does such and such
Oh,
videos."
yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah, I get that.
it's yeah, yeah. I want people to kind of um,
'Cause it does take attention away from the video as well, or the stream.
yeah. I guess it's more. I guess the word I'm looking for is that I don't want people to have an assumption of me based off my channel in a chat where I'm trying to
Oh,
just be me.
okay. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that makes sense.
like I have gamed on stream with streamers, like they're generally smaller streamers, just as like as myself, you know.
Mhm.
And I even featured in a YouTube video of one of theirs, one of the streamers and stuff. So like I am active in the community and stuff, but people just generally don't.
You just kinda keep it down on the DL.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's respectable.
yeah. That's just how I do it. I mean, like, if they want to know or whatever, then cool, you know, I got no issues, but I don't want it to kind of be the first thing they think of or see or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I did want to start streaming on Twitch because I used to stream on YouTube. I used to, for a while, I was doing like weekly streams on the main Marsii channel. I just sit down and just talk to chat, just do like just chatting streams and stuff. And
Mhm.
there's even the one after I think speaking of Repzilla, that one's up, and I think Rep was in the chat for that.
Oh,
Which
really?
was weird. Yeah,
Interesting.
I don't know how long the live chat replays stay up for, but yeah,
That's interesting to think about.
yeah, something that was something that was mentioned in maybe Primit's video was maybe not Primit's video. I don't know, but after everything happened, a few months after I think it was a few months after I made Speaking of Repzilla, we collabed on a video.
Oh, so he was Primink.
No, no, Repzilla.
Oh, so he was still willing to do that with you after you made the video?
Yeah, well, after he called me a stalker and everything, is
That's
still,
really weird.
yeah, it kind of discredits everything, I would have thought.
Yeah, he doesn't make any sense. Anyway.
Yeah. There's a Garrett Bourne's video, by the way.
Mm,
Don't know if you know who he is.
I do not know who Garrett Bourne is.
He's a musician. Um,
Oh.
yeah. He just had some sorry, I make it sound like it's just another thing,
Like a
but he had accusations against him. Um, he made a pretty bad apology and it hasn't
mm,
returned to music since, I don't think. So, yeah.
yikes.
Mm. I think I've asked all the things that I had notes on. The notes were saying your first video was about Shane Dawson, which was spoken about, asked if you had a previous channel, which you didn't. The name inspiration, we've been through that. Game banned from Twitch podcast, we've been through that. The only other thing I have was asking what your interests are.
I just kind of just like playing video games, hanging out with friends, the usual. Obviously YouTube is kind of like a little side hobby.
Yeah. Uh, I I've seen you on Elder Scrolls Online recently, I think.
Um, like my gameplay.
No, like your activity on Discord.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's like the main go-to game I'm at right now.
Is that
Yeah.
why you're making a video about it? Well, Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting I thought of an iceberg to do, but I wanted to do an iceberg that wasn't really like talked about really. Because I
So
see a lot of like horror movie icebergs and stuff like that. So I just kind of wanted to do something a little different.
so you made the iceberg yourself?
Oh, no, no, there's
No.
already an iceberg that
Oh,
exists.
okay.
But
Because
what I'm doing
yeah,
is I'm kind of like putting my own little creative twist on things.
nice. Yeah, I was gonna ask how you go about making icebergs because I don't
Yeah,
know.
no. That would take a long time for me to do, and that's time I unfortunately don't have.
Yeah, I did a I did a poppy iceberg, but that was pre-made, and I don't know
Mhm.
how people go about the layers. Like I don't know what constitutes what, you know.
I think, and this is why I'm never gonna make an iceberg template or whatever. I think it's the information that's like most well known or whatever starts at the top of the iceberg, and then the further down you go, like the different layers, like it's lesser and lesser known information, and then sometimes it gets into like a weird theory or two, and then it just kind of like the bottom is like the not like the darkest in terms of like messed up, but just like no, like practically nobody, like not even the most dedicated fans or something, know about what's being talked about.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. I've enjoyed a couple iceberg videos myself.
Which ones have you seen? If you wish to share.
I've watched a lot of Wendigoons.
Oh,
Wendigoon
okay.
does good iceberg videos. I know I saw a tweet that he made where he was just like, "Guys, I'm not the iceberg video guy, like don't call me that or whatever." And there's other YouTubers that I've seen do icebergs before that are really good at them and stuff. But I mainly have just watched like Wendigoons because he's the one who always like pops up on my feed.
Nice. The only I think I've only really seen I was gonna say I've seen two. I haven't. I think I've seen three. I watched one about movies at films. It's is it one about like controversial films or something? I don't know. I just
There's a
because
couple film ones. There's one on, like, I think there is a controversial film one, because I know there's, like, a lost media iceberg. That was one I've seen.
yeah, I that's like the only other one I've seen. Blame it on Jorge.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I haven't seen his videos, but I have seen his name
I I
on some iceberg videos.
I I take massive inspiration from him.
Really?
I I
I'll have to
love
check out his content.
I love lost media.
Lost media is something that's really, I wouldn't say, like, super interesting, because sometimes I just don't understand it, but it's interesting to, like, kind of observe at a distance
Yeah,
as an outsider.
yeah. I mean, I can't imagine that I'd ever like be able to find something, but I I like the concept, and this is what I always say when I talk about lost media. I like the concept that in such an instant world, not everything is available.
Mhm.
Because like in this day and age, people are like, oh, I'll just find it on the internet, but you can't find everything.
Yeah, but that's really weird that, yeah, I don't know. That's interesting.
Mm. I'm working on a lost media video. Um,
Yeah, I think we talked about that a little bit.
yeah, probably. 20 lost Australian TV shows and episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and I'll look forward to it when it comes out, because that'll be interesting to see.
hopefully. I don't think there's much crossover with my audience with lost media and whatever else, but um, yeah, it's something
Well,
I sorry.
oh, I was gonna say, well, it could attract, like, another kind of new audience as well.
Yeah,
You
I
never know.
yeah. I mean, if I could have like a channel that was like just lost media that had like a few thousand subscribers or something, that would be all I
Mhm.
do. The Poppy Iceberg video I made, the research and stuff for that, and the finding stuff and editing and that's like the longest video that I've ever like research and editing and stuff. That's the longest video I've ever done.
Really? Wait, I'm gonna check the length of that. How long is it?
I think it's like 25 minutes or half an hour.
Oh.
But it took so long to like research and edit and everything. Like,
Yeah, that's kind of how it works with those iceberg videos, because just to find, like, one little thing on that whole thing, it's doesn't it takes quite a while.
yeah, I think it took me maybe like maybe 2 or 3 days, maybe 4 days to research it all, and then it took me like 15 hours to edit or something. And I know that like that's probably not a long time, but generally like these days with my editing and stuff, usually usually edits take probably maybe like an hour and a half to 3 hours, and research should take uh it depends, usually within the day, so maybe like 6 to 12 hours or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, just to kind of set the record straight with the whole Repzilla saying that my videos take 15 minutes. Uh,
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. That's stupid.
well, so that that does come from somewhere because I I told him once. So I I, I told him once that I think a video that I edited one day took me like 15 minutes. And this was when I was doing very minimal editing on a 2009 MacBook. with iMovie
Oh,
and
wow.
just like the normal standard webcam and stuff, like hardly any
Mhm.
edits or whatever. But he used that to say that that's how long my videos take.
That's just that's such a like, a weird thing to pinpoint or, like, criticize.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like yeah, I don't get it. That's stupid.
like I used to study and I'd record on weekends. I'd like block record. Um, so
Mhm.
so I might like do a little bit of research during the week when I had spare time, and then this is going back. This is 2018, I think, probably. I think.
Yeah.
Uh, so I'd do stuff, and then I'd know what I was talking about roughly, and then I record like four, maybe 3 or 4 videos back to back, and then I'd spend the next day like editing them and getting the titles and thumbnails and everything, and then schedule them for the week.
Mhm.
So they had to be kind of short and snappy and whatnot. So that's where that comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
What do you use to edit?
Premiere Pro.
Nice.
Yeah.
I use
Only because my school offers it for free, so
oh, lucky.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
use DaVinci Resolve now.
I should probably start looking into other editing software just in case.
Uh,
It's always good to have a backup.
yeah, it's a big difference going from iMovie to DaVinci Resolve.
I don't know anything about DaVinci Resolve. I have heard of Audacity.
That's just audio though.
Oh, really? I thought it was video too.
Nah. Well,
No.
no, not that I know of. DaVinci Resolve's free, so that's good. Um,
I'll check it out.
yeah, works pretty well. There's there's definitely things that you can do a lot more than what I do with it. But
Yeah, because when it's free, it's restricted on some things, right?
no, not really. It's just it's more intricate than just base level stuff.
Mm.
I mean, the studio version that you pay for gets you a bit more, but there's a lot that you can do with the free version.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So, who are your YouTube inspiration?
I didn't really have many YouTube inspirations. I think just like the commentary community, like different aspects of it were my inspiration. Um, Obviously like gameplay commentary stuff was an early on inspiration. And then as time kind of went on, a lot of the more analytical, critical commentary channels kind of played a role in my influence, and I guess my evolution as well into forming kind of like my own style.
You gonna name anyone?
Well, it's hard to pinpoint exactly who. That's the thing. It's just
Okay.
like it's like it's, and I don't like using the word community, but it's like a collective.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I mean it's interesting. I mean, my inspirations blame it on Jorge. It's strange because I can say, oh, he's an inspiration, but I think I've made like 2 lost media videos in my 5 years on YouTube. It's like, so where does that come in? And in my first ever video, I named Dodie, if you know who she is.
No, I don't.
Uh, she's a British musician, but she started on YouTube. Um, and Lucy Moon and Hannah Witten, and the stuff that they did, they were all pretty similar. They were just kind of like sit in front of the camera and talk kind of stuff. It's nothing like what I do, and it's nothing like what I've ever really done. So I don't know really how I took inspiration from them, but they're just kind of there, I guess. They inspired me to want to be in front of a camera, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You started watching YouTube for a few years before you started making content?
Um, Not as much as so like when I started watching YouTube, like way back in middle school or whatever, it wasn't like all the time or whatever, and I wouldn't really pay much attention. I'd see like the occasional like Gabby Hanna, Shane Dawson like video pop up and stuff,
Yeah.
but it was never really like an investment. I only started getting investment, I'd say over the pandemic. That's where I
Oh, okay.
started like paying attention to stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's other than that, I really don't know a lot.
Okay. That's, I mean, that's kind of good in a way because it's kind of like looking at YouTube with fresh eyes in a way.
Mhm.
But then again, probably there's a lot to learn if you want to look, which can be beneficial, except you may not have the time. But
Yeah, it is unfortunate.
yeah, I think uh, I I used to have 6 gig of internet a month, and so what I used to do is I had some channels that I was subscribed to, and like when like internet started again, I'd sit down and just catch up on all their videos. Um, this was back, I want to say 2013, 2014, I think. So
Mm.
I'd watch the React channel back when it was like kind of starting, I guess. And I watch. I used to watch the Judovskians, if you have any idea who they are.
Think I do.
I think they were the most subscribed Australian channel back in like 2012 or something. They haven't been around for years, and I used to watch a lot of like FIFA videos. That used to
Oh,
be my
really?
thing. Yeah.
Interesting. Like the game or like actual FIFA?
Uh the game.
Okay.
Yeah. I quite like the game.
I have never played sports video games before.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I just never got into it. If I was gonna play a sport, I'd just go outside and play it.
Yeah, true. I used to play tennis and play tennis video games. So, I,
Oh yeah, like the Wii tennis or whatever.
no, never had a Wii. It was
Hmm.
Virtua Tennis 2009 on the PS3 was the main one.
Oh. I
Uh,
grew up with like the Wii stuff. So
yeah, I kind of wish I had one in hindsight. Um, but yeah, I think
hmm.
I grew up with the original PlayStation,
Oh
and
really? Yeah, wow.
yeah, and the Nintendo 64. Although that was a bit before. But yeah, I was born in 1996,
Oh, okay.
so that's around my time.
Nice.
Yeah, I had I think every FIFA from '09 to 16. I think.
Oh, actually, wow.
Yeah, had '09 on the PS2, had FIFA 10 on the PS3 and Nintendo DS.
Oh, dude, I remember the DS.
Yeah, still got mine.
I don't have mine anymore.
Uh, it was given to me as a Christmas present. I think it was a Mario Red one.
Oh, interesting. I don't remember when I got mine. Yeah, I can't remember. And I don't remember what it was for. I think it might have just been to get it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a sister, so we used to play like Mario Kart and stuff against each other. So
that's fun.
yeah. I don't really talk about her on this channel actually. I don't
Really?
know. I don't know if people even know she exists. I think they do. Um, I was gonna have her on for a video a few years ago, but yeah, yeah,
Nice.
that's a
I didn't
fun
know you had a
fact.
sister.
Yeah, I generally keep my cards close to my chest, but
Yeah, no, I definitely understand.
yeah, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about it much, but Repzilla. So um,
Yeah.
another fun fact, which I think I've said in videos before, but given that I've made like 600 or 700 videos, probably wouldn't have seen it. But I met my ex fiance through Repzilla. So
Oh, really? Wow. I
yeah,
actually didn't know that you met somebody through him.
yeah. So he made a tweet. She responded to it, and he said something like, "Oh, that sounds like a job for Marsii." And so she messaged me, and we spoke, and yeah,
Interesting.
not together now, but there's
Yeah, yeah.
there's videos of, or there's at least one video of her and I on my channel, um, and we did a couple of podcasts together as well. So yeah,
Is it still up?
yeah, yep. I mean, I have no ill towards her. I have no. Reason to take them down.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I
You're
mean,
not like Repzilla who deletes everything to hide.
no. I
Well,
was,
that's cool.
yeah, I will say though, I haven't gone back and watched them or listened to them or anything, but they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You posted recently on a community post, I think, that you were going to do the iceberg video, then I guess a commentary video, then another part of the iceberg and a commentary video, I think, kind of.
Yeah, I just kind of want to keep it like rotating, kind of like balanced, you know?
Do you have an idea for the next commentary video? I mean, not that you want to share it, but
I have ideas, but I'm not settled on a topic, but I've had some thoughts.
okay, it's good to have a basis to go off rather than just
Yeah.
being like, okay, finish this video, now what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I started writing a video idea list the other day for the main channel because I want to turn the main channel, like the Marsii channel, into more kind of mini documentary style stuff. Um,
Oh, interesting.
yeah, because it's just been Poppy and Marsago for the past three years, I think. Made like
Interesting.
what five 500 videos about them, I think. So yeah, it's a bit
Yeah.
bit of a yikes, but the issue is it's how I made my audience. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'd spoken about it before. I always feel a bit kind of what's the word? Not responsible, but I feel like I kind of need to or should make videos about that stuff because they're there for it.
Oh, yeah. I kind of don't operate like that. I know it's really easy to cave that way, but
Yeah,
like I don't know. I don't want to be one of those creators who feels like they need to cave to their audience.
yeah. I mean, that's why I like the second channel because I can just do what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of on track to maybe overtake the main channel sometime.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think I
Interesting.
gained like 300 subs this month on the second channel, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's doing stuff. So
Yeah.
that's nice.
Well, I'm glad it's growing.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for giving it a boost. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely say that that's mostly in part to you. So,
Yeah, yeah.
so it's a bit of a surprise getting a video to 100k for you.
Um, yeah, I wasn't expecting it to surpass 1,000.
It's on its way to 200k now.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, like, I kind of just made the video. I know it was extremely crafted, but it was also like, I just wanted to get my frustrations out there more than anything. And I
Yeah.
kind of just wanted like a creative outlet to do it because I was bored. It was over the summer
Yeah.
and I had a lot of extra time on my hands. And so I just kind of made the decision to do it. And now I'm at where I'm at right now. And it's kind of surreal, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I checked. I'm not sure you have any video tags on that video.
What do you mean by video tags?
Like like tags on like when you upload, like you can put tags like people's names and stuff like at the bottom. Like so like if you search and stuff.
Interesting. I don't really know how that stuff works.
Yeah.
Um,
I think the only thing you have is hashtag Repzilla. Um
that I didn't put in there by myself. Put like when I uploaded the video, it was already in there.
okay. Yeah.
For some reason, I maybe it was because his name was in the title, but
Yeah. I feel like it may be in the description somewhere. I feel like maybe hashtag Repzilla is somewhere in your description when you were writing stuff. I'm not sure though.
um,
Because
it's not.
okay.
I'm looking right now. I don't know. It's interesting that it just kind of popped up. I'll have to look into doing tags or something in a little
Yo,
bit.
I mean the success of that video shows you don't have to, really. And
Yeah.
I mean maybe that's why it's reaching his people because it doesn't know who else to go to,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind
Well,
of interesting.
I mean, it did reach a lot of his audience, but a lot of other people watched it too. So, because I heard it reached some YouTubers as well.
Uh,
I really didn't think that I was gonna blow up like I did, but here I am.
yeah, it's good, and you got monetization as well. Well
I
done.
did. Yeah. So that'll be interesting.
The watch time on that video must be interesting, like the watch
Um,
hours.
I'll have to take a good look at the analytics. Last time I checked, it was about like 30 minutes when people dropped off.
Oh, that's not bad.
Which, I mean, it isn't bad, but it's like the end of the videos when the juicy stuff kind of gets in, but
Yeah. Well, I guess the hope is that the more people see it, the more people will highlight important parts, and then
yeah, that's true.
yeah, I think it's. Oh, I was gonna say I think, um, it's it has more views than all my Repsol videos combined. I believe.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. You've been making Repzilla videos for years.
Yeah, I think my most viewed one has 17,000, I think.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, I'm proud of you for your success.
Thanks. Well, hopefully more people start like watching your stuff too, because I think you have a lot of good points, especially considering you were personally like connected to Repzilla at one point.
Yeah. I I guess the I mean all it is at the end of the day is awareness, you know. Doesn't matter where it comes from really, but
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, might make its way around to me and I mean, I'd assume I mean Premier's probably getting some traffic as well
Didn't
because
he leave the internet though?
yeah. Well, he's posted like a month or two ago on Twitter. Like he posts every couple of months or whatever. But I mean he's still alive. But yeah, I mean I think that his video will be getting some more views because of yours, because more people will be looking into it and stuff. So
Yeah. Again, it's like you said, it's just kind of like passing the word around and
yeah.
getting people because once if someone sees this video, they'll see Priming's video most likely, and if they see Priming's, they'll see yours. They'll just see all these videos about him, and
Yeah.
can only hide for so long because he's been running away from it.
Did you ever find out what the thing that he deleted was on his Twitter?
Um, which thing?
So you know how he made the statement about the stalker on his
Yes.
a few days before that, he made something and then deleted it.
Oh, um,
But I remember talking to you and
it was.
couldn't find
I think
record of it.
it was another thing about the stalker, though, right?
I mean, I don't know. I've never seen it. I mean, I'd assume it would be pretty well that or
Because that stuff still popped up for me on his Twitter.
yeah, yeah. Uh, but before that and before the community post, like a few days before that,
I
uh,
don't remember seeing something.
yeah, yeah. I don't know.
I'm gonna
I
have to.
don't know what it was. It's not there. It's just he did post about deleting it though. So
Oh, yeah, no, now I remember what it is. I never got to actually see it, but I think you were the one who told me. He made some sort of tweet about me in my video,
yeah,
and then he
assumed
deleted
so.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Now I remember that. Yeah.
yeah. Fun
I don't know, just
times.
another way for him to try and cover things up because he probably figured out that it would just give him more traffic towards the video.
Yeah, he he lost another 1,000 subscribers yesterday. So
Oh, he did?
yeah, he's down to 194, I think.
People are starting to take notice then.
Yeah, that time.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if it was didn't the same thing happen when Permix video was released?
Yeah, yeah,
Then
it,
he gained all of them back.
yeah.
Well,
Maybe
I don't intend on leaving the internet anytime soon, so
yeah, maybe Willie Mac's video might create more discussion as well.
well, it kind of did already. Like Repzilla was active on Twitter with the Pastel Bell stuff, like I said earlier, and
Yeah,
people are calling him like Tipster, who considers him as a friend, started kind of getting upset about the whole situation.
oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, the reason why I saw the video was because you tweeted it. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I've never gone into the Eugenia Cooney thing because it's a sensitive
I stay
topic.
out of it. It's a really messed up situation,
Yeah,
and the way I see it, really in the long term, anybody talking about it just makes the situation worse in some way, shape, or form.
yeah,
Um, but if you're gonna talk about it in terms of like these people who are giving like one side of the story and unwilling to consider any other sides, I think that's a bit helpful. So
yeah,
yeah, that's kind of my take on that.
yeah. As as PewDiePie said, should just send Eugenia support.
Yeah, that's all we. It really sucks, and I know there are some people who really want to try and make a difference, but it's like the the brutal reality of it is you just you can't do anything. There's nothing you can do. The internet's tried everything they could
Yeah,
to like logically, legally get her help in the right ethical way, and that hasn't worked.
yeah,
Um, because she doesn't want to change. That's what it kind of comes down to is that she isn't the person who wants to change.
yeah,
So yeah, it's an unfortunate reality that some people I know don't want to accept, but it's like, you gotta if you don't like hearing about it, then then just don't pay attention.
yeah. As Willie Mac said, I believe there is an option to hide channels from your recommended.
Yeah, he actually gave a demonstration too, so
Yeah, even better.
it's not like he's just making it up.
Yeah, I've I've done that before. So saw that Mini Lad's back.
I've heard. I haven't personally taken a look, but
Yeah,
yeah, I've heard and I'm kind of grossed out by it.
yeah. Well, so he's streaming Apex, I think,
Oh god.
on his main
Yeah,
chat on his main channel.
I just don't understand why people like it just it really bothers me how he really doesn't care.
Yeah. I mean, when the whole thing happened, I made a video saying why Mini Lad will most likely never stream again. And here he is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
Um,
my my basis for that was because I thought was the only really I was gonna say the only things he'd stream would be meme streams, but I think just generally streaming in general, there was no way he was gonna be able to escape everyone.
mhm. Well, because
But
I think people can go into his live chat and make fun of him still, right?
yeah, but I mean, I was in there for like a minute yesterday or whatever, just seeing, and everyone I saw was just so nice. They were like, "Oh, nice to see you back, welcome
Yeah, it's
back."
because from what I've heard, a lot of his audience, considering the age range and considering, like, how filtered he was with his words, they don't know anything that was going on online. They only know what he's telling them.
Oh, okay, that's a bit
So,
unfortunate.
yeah, and it really sucks, but,
Yeah.
yeah, I just it's the same reason EDP somehow has a audience
Oh,
loyal audience that sticks by him.
yeah. I've never watched him. I mean, I briefly
I
know.
haven't either, but, like, the
Yeah.
whole situation's just disgusting.
Yeah. I guess maybe in a positive in the mini lad situation, if you can say there is one, is that as far as I know, he's not monetized, so he can't get donations.
I think that still, like, yeah, like, he's not monetized, but he
Has an
still has
audience.
access to his audience, and I think that's kind of a problem
Mm.
because his audience is the people he was preying on.
Yeah. And I guess there's ways around that. Like he could just post a PayPal link or something. Probably
That's true, yeah.
not to give the guy ideas or anything, but
No, no, yeah, yeah, we don't want that, but,
no.
yeah, it really sucks, but, again, I'm not surprised
Mm.
because he had numerous times he could've it's inescapable what he did,
Yeah.
but it's like he had numerous times where he could at least have been transparent with his audience, but he wasn't.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he uploaded like maybe 8 videos between his apology and his next one. Like he uploaded videos where he
Huh.
was trying to do like normal content on his main channel, like Reddit videos and gaming videos and stuff.
That's weird.
And then once he put out the other apology, like shortly after that, he like privated the other ones. So it just looks like he did an apology and then another one.
Yeah, that's really weird. That's manipulative, and I don't like that.
Yeah. But he did start uploading to his second channel. Um yeah.
So there's a second mini LED channel that we have to worry about.
It's just called Craig Thompson.
I'm assuming he's still not monetized on that one either.
No. No. He's been doing what did he do? He did GeoGuess it in real life. He's been doing like travel stuff kind of or real life
Hmm.
stuff, which has been a bit odd.
Probably to make content and avoid the authorities at the same time.
Yeah. The reason why I actually cover that is because he's one of the very few people, maybe the only person that has been in a controversy like that that I actually watched. Because
Oh. Oh, so you watched the Banana Bus.
Banana Bus?
Or because he was in that Banana Bus crew, right?
Uh,
Vanos Gaming.
yeah, yeah, I think I watched him for maybe like a year and a half or 2 years or something. Um, yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know you were into that kind of stuff.
Oh, I mean, the main stuff I watch is like gaming content
Gaming. Okay.
and Pokemon card openings.
It's really interesting because I never watched like those video game things back in the day. Because I never really watched YouTube, but yeah, I like when I heard about this mini lad stuff, because this was when I was fairly new. I didn't know who he was or what people were talking about, but then once I found out, I was absolutely disgusted, and then I thought in the back of my head, I'm like, I can't imagine, being a fan, like a former fan of his,
Yeah.
like, growing up and then, like, seeing this happen now. Like, cause one of my friends actually used to watch Mini Lad a lot, and he was really upset when he found out about that, cause he's like, "Wow, this really sucks," cause he used to think he was, like, a super cool person.
Yeah. I mean, ironically, he did a tour a few years ago now called the Demonetized Tour,
Oh,
and now
and
he
what's
is
that?
demonetized.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Strange how things work like that.
Hopefully, no more people I watch, or I was gonna say, hopefully, no more people I watch do stuff like that, but hopefully, no one does. It's
Eh, you
never,
never know with people these days.
yeah, never a nice thing to find out, or hear about. I, I can't imagine, like, really making content about it. Like, as I said, I wanted to jump into like commentary this year, but that's like the one thing that I won't go near because I don't agree with making money off it. The reason why I spoke about the mini lad thing, I think I made 2 or 3 mini lad videos. One about why he wouldn't stream, which was nothing to do with the victims or anything, because it's not my story to tell. And
Yeah.
another one about his return when he made a video on his second channel, I think. Maybe there was a third video, I don't know, but yeah, I don't like talking about that kind of stuff. I don't like making videos about it.
Yeah, no, that's respectable. I mean, I understand it. It's also just like it attracts like a very weird crowd of people
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I can't imagine making an audience of making those kinds of videos.
People who enjoy like listening to like stories about sexual assault and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
nah, don't get
That's
it.
not really that's Repzilla's audience, unfortunately.
Yeah. Luckily though, there's still generally enough content that can be made that isn't like about that stuff. So,
Oh yeah, 100%.
fun fact for you.
Oh yeah, what?
I've made more Creepshow art videos than I have Repzilla videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I only made 2.
I think I made like 19 or something.
I have, and I know I think this is like a norm, I guess, on YouTube is after you make 3 videos on someone, it's pretty much considered like taboo to make more.
Is it?
That's kind of the rule I go by. Like
Okay.
once I make 3 videos on a person, I kind of just stop because it's like I don't want my channel to be dedicated to that person, you know?
Yeah. My I definitely grew a bit of an audience from the Creepshow art stuff.
Reptiles. Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think more so than the Repzilla stuff.
Well, people still to this day really don't like her. And I mean, like rightfully so, but it's like they will eat up any content that is pushed out about her.
Yeah. Just to kind of go through it though, because I brought it up on my phone. So I initially made 2 videos. I made one about the initial drama, then her editor coming out and making a video. Um, I made a video about her messaging Tipster on Instagram,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but I also made I think I made a 5 or 6 part thing. This is included in the 19 about Odessa Franklin Boutwell.
Oh, the podcast, yeah.
Yeah. Um, and then I made 3 parts in the Deviant Art drama, if you know about that.
I know nothing about that.
So someone came out and said that Shannon had been really mean to them on DeviantArt in like 2014 or 2010 or something. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I make a video about that, then uh then I'll look into it. Turns out it wasn't her, it's complete bullshit, but
Mm.
it was a really big deep dive though to even find that, because the person like didn't exist really anymore, like the person who they were saying it was. I ended up finding them in some obscure Discord server from some thing that used to be around on DeviantArt in like 2012 that now had a Discord server that because the website had been shut down since like 2018 or something. So
Mhm.
yeah, so like nine of them are between the podcast and DeviantArt. One of them was about the apologies she made to another YouTuber last year. There's two about Emily Artful. So they aren't just all about Show art, exactly. But they all kind of
Yeah.
fit in there, you know. But actually, speaking of three videos, I've made three about Hello Leash, and I think that's a good amount. I think I summed up everything there.
Yeah, I know absolutely nothing about her.
Okay, good.
I don't care. She seems uninteresting.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I really there's certain situations like that where it's just like I don't care,
yeah.
you know.
From what I could tell, one of Gabby Hunter's sisters messaged me on Instagram after my Hello Leash video. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so
Interesting.
that was interesting. Yeah, I've had a few people that I've made videos on recently. Kind of well, Gabby Hannah's sister was I didn't make a video about, but she was kind of involved in a bit of the Hello Leash stuff. I
Oh,
had a few people reach out or speak to a few people. Someone I put in the thumbnail and spoke about in the last Hello Leash video commented on the video and said it was good and uh, whatever. So that was nice.
mhm.
I was kind of worried about their opinion. Interestingly enough, don't know if I should be saying this, but when I made my "Wow, Repzilla's a hypocrite" video, uh, Anna Campbell commented on my video.
Oh, I think I saw that.
She deleted it, but I screenshot it.
Oh, she did.
And
Well, it
uh,
was still up when I was watching it.
and she subscribed to my channel. So
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah, not that I really want to carry on about that, but yeah, it's been nice. I feel like I'm forgetting someone, but yeah, it's been nice kind of seeing people see my videos and think that they're good enough to kind of warrant a thank you or response or hello or whatever, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
All right, well,
All
a
right.
good talk.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for the chat.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah, you too. Bye.